What's up, guys? It's me, Technologydude117, and today I'm coming at you guys with my top 10 games of 2014. 2014 is officially over. We are in 2015, and looking back on 2014 as far as video games went, it really wasn't that memorable. It was just okay. So many of the games that released this year were just buggy and broken, and we just got so many remasters to the point where it was ridiculous. Now, all those remasters and all those buggy and broken games aside, there were some decent games out in 2014, and these were the top 10 games that I thought were the best in 2014. Now, as we get into the list and as you guys watch, please keep in mind that these are the games that me, myself, and I thought were the best in 2014. So please just remember that while we go along here. And without further ado, let's actually get started. Okay, so coming in at number 10, we have Far Cry 4. Now, I was a pretty big fan of Far Cry 3. Really liked the game. Really enjoyed the open world. Really enjoyed the characters. There was a lot to do in that game. So going into Far Cry 4, I was very excited. And the game definitely didn't disappoint. Yes, the story here is kind of shitty, for lack of a better term. It really wasn't all that good. It was sort of give or take. Yes, Pagan Min was cool. He was probably the one redeeming quality that this game had story-wise. But overall, the story was pretty flat. But that is not why I enjoyed Far Cry 4. I enjoyed Far Cry 4 because of Rat. The amount of things that you can do in this open world was fantastic. You can do so many awesome things. You can literally one minute be flying around in a wingsuit, the next you can be liberating a base. There's so many different things to do in Far Cry 4, and it's all mixed in with this really just tight first-person shooting gameplay. And I just found Far Cry 4 to be an absolute blast, and I kept coming back because of the open world. I really sort of got lost in Rat, and just wanted to keep exploring this really deep open world that Ubisoft made. And Far Cry 4 was definitely the best Ubisoft game that came out this year. It was the most polished, and it was definitely, overall just the best game that Ubisoft released this year, and that is why Far Cry 4 is number 10 on my list. So coming in at number 9, we have Destiny. Whoa, wait, hold up, before you write a comment, I actually enjoyed Destiny. I know a lot of people out there, are like hating on Destiny, and everybody's like, man, what the hell? How can you like Destiny, man? That game sucked. Yes, there was no story in Destiny. There was literally no story. But that's not why, I enjoyed it, clearly. I enjoyed it because of the tight first-person shooting gameplay and all the tight gameplay mechanics that Bungie gave us here. It was like playing Halo. It really was. And it was just fantastic, mixed in with these cool locations that Bungie created and all the awesome little kind of quests you can do and whatnot. I really thought the game was just a lot of fun and really addicting. Now, I know, yes, it's pretty repetitive, but I actually sort of like the grinding, believe it or not. I sort of like the grinding up to the next level and getting that better gear. And one of the main reasons why I kept coming back to Destiny was indeed to get that better piece of gear, that better weapon. That sort of addictive element had me just coming back to Destiny, and it's why I still play it today. It's just a really fun game, and if you have friends to play with, it's definitely a blast. The Crucible is really, really cool, and that is why Destiny is number 9 on my list. So at number 8, we have Wolfenstein: The New Order. Now, I really haven't played any of the Wolfenstein games prior to this. I didn't play the one on PlayStation 3 or 360. I actually never played the original. Like I said, I never really played any other Wolfenstein games, so I wasn't really too excited for this. But now, having beaten Wolfenstein: The New Order and having actually played the game, all I have to say is, wow, this game was good. It broke out of the cookie-cutter mold that we get with most of these first-person shooters nowadays and gave us an awesome sort of alternate history location. It gave us, really good gameplay, of course. It gave us great characters and just a really interesting story overall. And all these things coupled together made Wolfenstein: The New Order such a great game, and one that I just couldn't stop playing once I picked up the controller. So all those things together is why Wolfenstein: The New Order is number 8 on my list. Coming in at number 7, we have Transistor. Now, I believe this game is a PlayStation exclusive and might also be on PC. Now, this is from the same guys who gave us Bastion. Now, I actually played Bastion before I played Transistor, and I really enjoyed that game as well. Now, Transistor is absolutely beautiful to look at. It's awesome to play. The gameplay is really great. The story is really good, and it's one of those games that sort of sticks with you after you've played it. It's sort of just one of those games that you can't stop thinking about once you put down the controller. And you know, that is probably one of the main reasons why I enjoyed Transistor so much this year, and why I will go back to play it. There was also the really addicting upgrade system, which was really just deep and interesting, and it was just, you know, really cool. It was nothing I've ever seen in a game before, and you know, Transistor just did so much right, and it just did so much well that it earned number 7 on my list. So at number 6, we have Shovel Knight. Now, I actually just got this game a week ago on my Wii U, but I've really been enjoying it. It's probably one of the best games I've played this year. Talking about Shovel Knight, it's literally impossible to not be smiling. This game just has so much charm and just so much nostalgia around it that it's just fantastic. Everything's really good. The characters are awesome. The world here is really great, and like I said, there's just so much charm with Shovel Knight, and it's just such a unique experience now in 2014, and you know, in this sort of time with games, that, you know, it's just a must play if you have a Wii U. I think it's also coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4 a little later on, but if you have a Wii U, it's definitely worth checking out. It's just something you don't really see anymore, and that's why Shovel Knight is number 6 on my list. So at number 5, we have Mario Kart 8, another Wii U game. This I actually just got a couple weeks ago as well. And talking about Mario Kart 8, just like Shovel Knight, it's impossible not to have a smile on your face. There's so much charm in this game and so much creativity that it's just a lot of fun. And when I first started playing it, I just couldn't stop. I literally went through every single cup in the game in one sitting and just did it all. I bought the DLC. I've played all the new tracks. It's just a phenomenal game. It's so addicting. It's just an absolute blast. And it's definitely one of the most fun games I've played in 2014, and that is number 5, Mario Kart 8. Coming in at number 4, we have Alien Isolation. Now, this game kind of got mixed reviews. Some places gave it really low scores, while other places praised it. I thought it was fantastic. It was so atmospheric, and it was finally that Alien game that I was waiting for. This was the Alien experience that I've just been waiting for the longest. It's scary, it's got the atmosphere, it's got everything you would want from an interactive Alien experience, and it's just really good, and I just absolutely love Alien Isolation, which is number 4 on my list. Now at number 3, we have Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, probably one of the biggest surprises of the year. You know, myself, when I first saw the gameplay for this, I was pretty excited, but I wasn't really expecting it to be the critical hit that it was. I was kind of expecting, you know, sort of lower scores for the game, but playing it, it was awesome. The open world is great here. The story is pretty good. The characters are all, you know, pretty awesome in their own right. And that's not even the best part of the game. The best part of the game is the Nemesis system. This system is fantastic. It really makes the game unique. I loved, you know, fighting these orc bosses and then having them, you know, find me somewhere in the open world and call me out and, you know, want to fight and everything else. I just thought it was really cool how they could remember you and how you can, you know, sort of create all these unique experiences for yourself, and that is why Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor is number 3. Now number 2, we have Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U. This is a game that I just got recently, and it is fantastic. It's such a good game. It's probably the best action game I've played in who knows how long. Now, it was really hard putting this game in number 2, but I had to do it. But you know, this game is just phenomenal. It's so polished. The action is just so over the top. Everything here is just really, really good, and it's just really well done. And it's just a freaking blast to play this game. And if you have a Wii U, I totally recommend picking up Bayonetta 2. It is not a game that you should miss. The story's wacky and zany. The characters are awesome and a lot of fun. And the gameplay itself is just pure insanity. And it's just really, really fun to play. So there you guys go. Those are my top 10 up to number 2. Now before we actually get into number 1 here, I'm going to give you guys some honorable mentions for games that I enjoyed in 2014 that didn't make the cut. We have Titanfall, pretty fun first person shooter, definitely liked it. Put in a lot of hours with that. We have The Evil Within, definitely a really good horror game, very sort of cinematic and atmospheric. We have Infamous Second Son, a blast of a game. Forza Horizon 2, really good driving game. And then finally, surprise, surprise, I don't know if I'm going to get like hate for this, but we have Drive Club as an honorable mention. I just got this game for Christmas, and I've really been playing the hell out of it. It's a lot of fun, really good racing game. And there you guys go. Those are my honorable mentions. Now here we are, the moment we've all been waiting for. Can we get a drum roll, please? My number 1 game of 2014 is Dragon Age Inquisition. This game is great. It's probably one of BioWare's best. Now Dragon Age 1 was a pretty good game. Really liked it. Dragon Age 2... it sort of suffered from an identity crisis. It didn't know if it wanted to be an action game or a RPG, and that was a problem. But Dragon Age Inquisition is fantastic. It really is reminiscent of Mass Effect 2, which is my favorite game of all time, period. Nothing will ever topple Mass Effect 2 for my favorite game of all time sort of place, I guess. But Dragon Age Inquisition is very reminiscent of Mass Effect 2. The open world is fantastic. The characters are just really, really deep and well thought out and well just written, I guess. It's just everything here adds to a fantastic RPG experience, and it's definitely one that you shouldn't miss. So there you guys go. Those are my top 10 games of 2014 with some honorable mentions. If you guys did enjoy this video, you know, please do not forget to comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. Share the video with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. And let me know down in the comments which were your favorite games of 2014. So once again, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you, everybody.